Hello, everyone. I'm going to tell you about my impact on society and what I have learned that to mean during my years at Mudd. First, I'm going to tell you about my aspirations. As a child, I had grandiose desires and dreams. I wanted to change the world, discover the next greatest technological advancement, prove the unprovable. But then I came to college and I got a reality check. Startups are really hard to make successful, and some problems are improvable for a reason. That's not to say that my dreams as a child were impossible. Rather, they're just more difficult. But I only learned this because I gained further insight into what it means to solve these problems or do these startups. And I've learned that you don't have to be world renowned to make an impact, as I thought as a child. But this understanding made me compartmentalize my impact on society into two things. The first being, as a student, how can I impact my society within my given field? So I break this further into, what do I invest my time in trying to understand better? Because not only do I take an interest in it, but I also believe I can make contributions to it that will help society. And then what do I do after graduation? Who do I work for? Do the company's morals and values align with my own? Is the problem they're working on to solve being done ethically? Should I even be working on this problem? All these questions are crucial to understanding how my actions will impact my career and how my career will impact others. And then further, my personal impact on society. What do I care about that I can help solve? So there are certain parts of my identity that are so integral to my experience that I have spent time understanding. Part of this is my ethnicity, gender, political leaning, and I've found all of these things are crucial to my impact on society, and I've especially gained an understanding of that during my time at Mudd. First, from Frost Stats, we were given a data set on the Stop and Frisk program. We just draw conclusions from this data set while also understanding the racial implications at the time. And then during my internship, I found out that it's really important to know as a woman who are the other women in positions of power at a company. But I feel that I have an equal opportunity to advance as my male peers. And the last one is my political leaning, which I got to understand even more thoroughly during my time at Mudd because I did research. So my research was developing and validating a probabilistic model for the dissemination of fake news on social media. It was a really cool project, but essentially our research advisors gave us a probabilistic model that was based on the political belief of a reader, the political bias of an article, and its truthfulness. And we validated it using real-world data from Twitter, and we came up with some recommendations for mitigating the spread of misinformation. Now, I believe that the spread of misinformation on social media is such a current issue. The data we received was right before the 2016 election, and we learned that the amount of misinformation spread increased so much in the months before election. Now, in a time where people need to know accurate information on the coronavirus and the state of the pandemic, and there are current people lying about it, I think this issue is so important to the safety of our community. But another question we have to ask ourselves is, what does it mean to stop the spread of fake news? Are we inhibiting people's freedom of speech by not allowing them to post or share information? Or is it even unethical to just note that this may be misinformation? But I believe that this problem is worth solving because technology is so ingrained in our generation, and this is one of its many shortcomings. And we have a duty to understand these intricacies and address these issues head on. And this gets into what I really learned to ask myself and ask how this will impact society. So here are just a few questions I know I'll have to answer in the future. One being, who will this affect? Who in society am I affecting with this problem and with my research and with the work I'm doing? And then, am I harming someone? And then, is this solution even desired by the users? Do people want me to fix this problem? Is this even a problem? But then also questions I have to ask myself, like, what is important to me? What am I not willing to compromise? And do my own values align with the work I'm doing? All of these questions are the culmination of my impact on society and what I think I need to ask myself in my career and in life. And so that brings me to my impact on society is that I have an obligation to myself and to those around me. And I can severely impact those around me, and I should know what those impacts are. Thank you.